All right, this is part 2. I've hated. Is it playing? I don't think it's playing.
Did this go back?
Huh? What do you mean?
Never mind.
That's alright. Hey, man. This week, I thought I was gay, but then I realized that Lil Xan just looks like Billie Eilish. So the good news is I'm not gay. The bad news is I'm still a creep, but I'm not gay creep.
Nobody was into music. Well, one of my first
Yeah, which one's ahead? I think we're out of sync here.
I think that one's ahead.
Okay, let me pause it. Let me pause it.
All right. Pose a problem.
Who's this? His teacher?
You know, by city standards.
Yeah, I think so.
We're slow.
Yeah, dude, these are what you call what I was told they're called swamp Yankees. I don't know if somebody was making this up, but they told me in Connecticut these guys are called swamp Yankees. Oh, it says Yankees. But yeah, swamp Yankees. That's like hillbillies, but in New England. They all drink Schaefer. I know that, which is the worst tasting beer you can ever fucking imagine.
Or Yingling. Those are horrible.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. That doesn't have that rotten fucking garbage balls taste.
That almost sounds more like malt liquor than beer.
Griffles brand antiseptic wash. It's a plasma company. They steal plasma from poor people and sell it to rich people. They don't like gay people. They don't like people with disabilities. And their production strategy is completely outdated. Fuck them. If you happen to live in Nevada, you could go to BioLife, or you could go to CSL, or you could go to Octapharma. Avoid this place, like the COVID-19.
Physically or emotionally. Do you think Gigi felt
I
crowded?
ran out, man. It's orange scented too.
I would say. And everybody always suspicioned that people
I don't know. If you lived out in the middle of fucking Iowa, I'd want to kill everything too. You know?
Oh, I did live out there, and we were like little Gigi Allins. We were fucking trying to get as many drugs as we can, and fucking stealing, and fucking breaking into cars, and driving drunk, and failing to get fucking pussy.
Slipped a hit of acid in one of his Dunkin' Munchies. And he never did drugs, never smoked pot or drank or anything. And we were all.
You'd think he got hit by a car or something like that, you know?
Ooh,
Gigi Allin.
Like
Instead it was LSD. He's like R. Crumb. You seen that fucking movie?
No.
Greatest documentary you'll ever see. And I found out it happens to be Jordan Peterson's favorite movie. And he was right about it. He's a really accurate like assessment of that movie. I was like really impressed that he recommended that.
He was pissed at his brother. He was going to try to kill his brother Merle.
I can't imagine him, liking to bleed like he does.
Who doesn't like to bleed?
Leo, he's standing over there. He's a butcher by trade, man. I'm used to seeing blood, you know what I mean? But why?
Tattoos still seem somehow fucking cooler on Gigi Allen than they do on Justin Bieber. And I'll tell you why. It's because of their jailhouse tattoos. If I were going to get a tattoo, I would like draw it myself so it looked like a jailhouse tattoo. Look at how shitty that tattoo is.
Now I'd say Wolverine. He has an
It
insatiable
looks like he traded
appetite.
that for heroin.
Yeah. What, the tattoo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kills more than
Wonder who owns the John Wayne Gacy portraits of Gigi Allen.
In other words, he's excessive.
Wait, John Wayne Gacy made portraits of Gigi Allen?
They were pen pals. That's how he got the blurb.
Kevin might be doing that.
Well, yeah, but
in music,
I didn't know he made art while he was in prison.
Yeah, he made clown paintings. You can go look them up online. They're better than Hitler's.
A weasel does the same
I
thing.
would buy a John Wayne Gacy painting before I would buy a Hitler fucking painting.
Same thing.
Hitler's fucking boring. All fascists are boring.
As far as the music we were doing, it was.
Oh boy, I posted that Hannah Gadsby clip about fucking because at a comedy site. That caused a fucking fury. Remember I said that I had that fucking it was about Hannah Gadsby's fascist aesthetics, like how her taste in art was comparable to like Ayn Rand and the Nazis and stuff. And then it ended with a joke about how fat her butt is.
I don't remember that.
He did it at Happy Earth. It's been sitting in the fucking queue for like ever. Like it's like 600 views or something. So I posted it onto a comedy site because Louis C.K. came out with a special, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, she loses. Because she said that he should fucking just quit comedy and nobody likes him and he's a loser and all this shit. And I was like, when that special came out and it fucking was a hit.
Is to make himself and others laugh. And he's also a serious social comment on the problems of violence in the human race.
Yes, bite it, you scum, is social satire.
You see, there's far too much violence.
Brilliant piece of
not enough
social
sweetness.
satire.
And that's
I also
why
like the idea that he's literally assaulting his own fans because he's trying to show how violence is a bad
Yeah, how
idea.
close would you get to that stage if you were at that show?
Well, we were
I mean, you would have to. There's a fairly good shot that you're gonna have to get into a fist fight with this dude. And and he does enough shows where probably by the end of the tour, I'd want to get him at the beginning of the tour because he's a little out of shape.
Yeah.
By the end of that tour, he's like Ali. You know? So you gotta catch him at the beginning, at the first fucking show, and be like, oh, I'm gonna beat the shit out of him. There's probably dudes that went to that show with the intent purpose of getting into a fist fight, because that's a story you can take home. You know? It's better than an autograph. They got into a fight with Gigi Allen.
This is the tooth that got knocked out by Gigi Allen.
When Gigi's around people that he doesn't feel comfortable with, or just doesn't want to deal with, anything can happen.
Reputedly a very nice guy.
Who?
Off stage, Gigi Allen.
Really?
There's clips that you can. There's actually clips of him autographing records at a record store, and just talking about music and like rare fucking singles and shit. And some guy brought in a rare single, and he was like really surprised by it. And he's like, "Wow, where did you get this from?" It was like just a nice regular guy. But then when he gets on Geraldo, he's like, "Whoa, is that a roach?
Holy shit.
Cockroaches in your fucking rock and roll is about. I want to bring rock and roll back to eating cockroaches out of children's buttholes."
The whole thing with society.
Ew, that's a cockroach.
I love that he.
Do you have a gun? That thing's huge.
I love
That cockroach is bigger than Gigi Allen's cock,
He can never get out of.
folks.
I love that his excuse for minimalism is escaping the police at any given notice.
Oh yeah, my excuse for minimalism is I'm broke.
Fuck whoever I want. I can go here, I can go there. I can, somebody calls me, I can go tomorrow. I don't have to think about, well, I gotta take care of this. It's like I can just go. And
He's like a Buddhist.
that's the only way to fucking live. People
He's kind of right, dude. I mean,
fucking concerned about stupid shit.
that's how I live.
We'll bleep it as we have been bleeping everything
Again,
you've said
like,
up until now, but give us an
he's-
example of a lyric. Can you give us a lyric? Well, we got one call.
Who between Geraldo and Gigi Allen here, who would you say has more personal integrity as a human being?
People in possessions only slow me down.
Wait, considering that Geraldo Rivera is trying to, in good faith, argue for censorship.
Geraldo Rivera, who works for Fox News and doesn't have a good faith argument. Can't have a good faith argument without being fired. I'll tell you what, I'd rather have my kids fucking looking up to Gigi Allen than fucking Geraldo. The funniest thing ever is Geraldo getting hit in the head with a chair by a fucking skinhead. That shit's hilarious. You ever seen that clip?
No.
One of these days, I'll have it on the show. It's fucking brilliant. Guy named Roy Innes. It's a black guy named Roy Innes. He's like a conservative. He's like a Republican.
Ask him. He probably couldn't even tell you.
Black guy. But arguing with a fucking Nazi. And he gets up, and this is how you know he's overcompensating, because he's a Republican, arguing with a Nazi. Gets up, he goes, "Hold it, you a gullible kid." And then the guy's like, "Fuck you," calls him like the N-word or whatever, and then he's like, grabs him by the neck, just starts choking him. And then the fucking studio just breaks into a fucking riot. And fucking Geraldo's trying to fight with a guy, and then a chair just flies through the fucking air, and then boom, knocks Geraldo in his fucking face, knocks him out. And then the next day, you see a picture of he's got a big fucking bandage around his fucking face. It's fucking great. Artistic license. I have a feeling that the ACLU did not volunteer for this case.
His fans' place in society? I have no idea. I don't know if they know themselves, you know?
I don't know. I met a Gigi Allen fan who was a journalist. I met her at a fucking benefit, a weed benefit. It was like a High Times magazine or somebody.
I guess you could say I may have been.
And I made a joke about like a hacky scat Gigi Allen joke, and then she's like, I met him and interviewed him, and he was I think she was humble bragging, and she was like, he's a very intelligent man.
That's why you're there. And to me, that's like comedy.
I didn't say it was smart. I just said he poops on stage.
If he's beating up other people and throwing his shit as others, I'm happy. Because I don't want none of
If he was Antonin Artaud, he'd be regarded as a genius.
The end of it all is going there and contributing to the bad karma, which everybody around him he just seems to attract people.
I'm starting to think that karma isn't real, but okay.
The biggest losers on the planet just sort of flock to him like a magnet and stuff. I mean, if he had any kind of sense, he would rally these people like troops with some kind of like.
To do what?
Put drugs in their food, half starve to death, and send them out.
Yeah, I'm gonna start a cult, and then we're gonna start a political party, and then we're gonna.
I love the idea.
I think that'd go fucking far. Bernie Sanders couldn't even fucking make it.
First of all,
But
I love
Gigi
the
Allen's
idea
gonna
that
fucking-
Gigi Allen
Yeah.
is somehow going to radicalize you into anything.
Fuck it, I hate everybody. Not part of any scene. I do my own thing. My mind is a machine gun.
You can't fucking.
The audience.
No, he's a nihilist.
Entertainment.
I feel like his albums are the anthem to raiding your local gas station for natty ice.
Yeah. He wouldn't be able to. I wish he would have lived at least to 40 or something, but him in old age would be like Hunter Thompson in old age. Like how? Whoa, his dick's got a little girth to it when it gets hard, I guess.
Fans that would probably kill themselves
TKNY.
with him if he wanted. I've had plenty of people say to me, "Well, I'm going to be standing right in the front row when Gigi kills himself, and hopefully he'll take me with him."
No, you won't.
So I think that's a pretty hardcore fan right there,
Okay, so last August.
I wish I had a fan like that.
birthday, and he'd just gotten into
You know what I would need? 5 fans like that. It's like you could use Colonel Kurtz's fucking speeches. Just to build your, as far as like your comedy career, your punk rock music career. All I need is one regiment of men like that. When he starts telling the story about how they tried to inoculate all the kids, and then the VC came along and chopped all the kids' arms off and made a little pile because they wanted nothing to do with Americans. He's like, if I had one regiment like that, I could win this war.
I turned to her and I said, "Jennifer,
All I need are 20 fucking fans.
I fucked up. I really shouldn't say
We
your
have.
name."
Last checked, 47
First of all,
subscribers.
I love the fact
like
that
and subscribe this. YouTube hates us.
Okay,
So this girl I
we
know
cannot
that was
ignore
there,
the fact that
I said
they
to her, I said, "Look, would you take a piss?"
that
And
they
she
shot a
goes, "No."
second scene
She goes, "Yeah."
so that
So,
he wouldn't
"Do
say
you
her
want me to
name,
go
but they
film it?"
didn't cut out the
She goes,
first
"No,
part
no,
where he
no."
did.
What happened?
So
I missed it.
The chick who pissed in Gigi Allen's mouth, he said her name,
Yeah.
and then he was like, "Oh, I shouldn't say her name. Let me do this over again." So they
Princess
showed.
Di.
She starts pissing in mouthfuls, and Gigi's
And
like,
that woman's name was Meryl Streep.
And then on like the third gulp he got down. This is the best
Dude, Meryl
part.
Streep, like,
He just
circa,
absolutely,
like, Kramer
upchucked
versus Kramer,
and puked all the
I'd let her
barbecue
piss in my mouth.
greens and burgers he had been eating at the cookout up all over his face, and then took another mouthful of piss.
He just likes pee. I don't even think this has anything to do with punk rock. This has literally nothing to do with music. I think he just has a pee fetish. Here it is. This is the one I was talking about.
I don't want more. Put it out on me. Anybody else? Come on.
I was inspired by this video to have my friend punch me, and when I had a poetry feature back when I was doing poetry, I was inspired by this Gigi Allen spoken word video. I believe this is in Boston. To have my friend punch me in the face at a show.
Skin is like paper.
What's he hitting himself with? A beer can?
Show balances me
I think
out.
so.
Because if it
Oh yeah, but John Belushi does it.
on
Hit
stage,
movie.
I would
Let me tell you something.
probably be a mass murderer. I know I'd kill somebody.
You'd work at a gas station, bro. I mean, you have my utmost respect, but I don't think so.
Fire burning inside of me that just was so much that just wants to explode.
Gigi, at least at one time, claimed that he related to Gacy, like just because of the fact
Yeah,
that
like
Gacy
every
was
other
the most
15-year-old goth
notorious
kid.
of all American serial killers, and he's the most easily accessible. I mean, you can just write to the guy.
The
and
amount
he'll
of
write you
girls
back.
who've talked to me
And
about
Gigi
their
would
love for
actually go
serial
and visit
killers
him,
within the
which
first
is pretty
minute.
funny,
Oh, yeah.
bringing up Gacy.
Richard
I went to
Ramirez,
visit
not all
Gacy
that.
one
Listen, you
summer,
like
about
ladies
a
might
week
fucking
after
like guys like
Gigi
that,
had
but
been there.
first of all,
And
his
Gacy
teeth are
said to
fucking,
me,
his
he was
lower
like,
jaw,
"Kid, I like that
his
guy.
teeth
I
are
love him
fucking
like a
nasty,
brother, but
dude.
man, if he doesn't stink like
You
the
want those
worst,
fucking,
pissiest
you
ass
want that
rhino
fucking
I've ever
grill
met
on
in
your
my
fucking
life."
vagina?
What do you think they talked about? Gacy and Gigi? Probably a lot of sex, because no matter who you are, you go to visit Gacy, you're going to talk about sex all day. Especially violent sex, anything that has to do with like any kind of piss or anything. You're gonna talk about that. The first time I wouldn't
That's
actually
how
know.
Gigi Allen
I've
and
got a
John
good
Wayne
idea what
Gacy
they were
bonded
talking about.
over their love of pee.
Tying up
I
your
like it when they
girls.
don't drink water for a good week, and it's nice and thick. I had an acoustic album by him. It was a single. Some song about how he was born in piss and vomit. And oh, I don't know if this is his song or if this is a cover. This is a good song, though. How you not say this man has sensitivity? Listen to this song. I'm surprised I have not drank at all. Hey, do you want to hear my Seinfeld, my Edgelord Seinfeld? Did you hear my Edgelord Seinfeld yet?
No.
Oh, I posted it online. Okay, I'll do it for you. Edgelord Seinfeld. Hey, if it's not helping anybody, why do they call it AIDS?
So stupid. So stupid.
You haven't been writing jokes, have you?
No.
Dude, fucking Hugo texted me going like, what have you been doing? He showed me, I'll wait till he comes on the show before I do it. But I was bugging him. He told me he had a Sylvia Plath joke, and I bugged him. Before he left, I kept bugging him. I was like, do it on stage. Do it on stage. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. He never did it. And I know why. It wouldn't really work. But he's like, I'm going to try and turn it into a poem and try to publish it someplace. I was like, yeah, I think you probably. It's really good. It's funny. It's a good joke. But you got to really know who Sylvia Plath is. There's that cockroach. He's coming back around. He has no fear. You should probably give him a name. You should keep that cockroach and name him Merle.
Pretty much everything I own will fit in like a paper bag, and to me it seems like it's the only way to live if you got it. You know,
I used to romanticize this kind of lifestyle, this sort of like blues man, rented room, Bukowski, Gigi Allen lifestyle, like on the run lifestyle. And now we're about to be hit with the next Great Depression.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh god, now everybody's gonna be doing it. Which means I don't want to do it now. Hey man, I was a bum when it was cool. I was bummed when nobody was doing it. Now everybody's I was a hobo back before it was cool. What's he saying? He's talking about his dad?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Actually, I don't really have too many memories of him because he was never really, around that much. And when my parents split up, we didn't see our father for years,
This is News Channel 4 at 6. I will continue to fight, and I will never back down to anybody that will put me in jail for
He
life.
died. I never even heard of him until I saw him on television on one of these talk shows.
So my message is a message of rebellion.
And then afterwards it goes, and this movie came out, and then afterwards, like, he's dead now. I think within 1 year, if he had lived 1 year longer, he would have been fucking huge. Especially if he didn't fucking sell out. Like if he made it into Rolling Stone, he probably was in Rolling Stone
In the name of rock
before he
and roll.
died.
I'd be changing the world to people instead of like making a small minor dent as if I was throwing a quarter at a sheet of metal. You know what I mean? And he's like,
I think this kid's got a personal beef because this makes no sense. That's the last person. Who do you look to as a political fucking leader?
And he keeps putting it off. And a lot of people are like starting to naysay.
He can't
and say,
barely
"Oh, he's
pull
never
a
gonna
band
do this, he's never
together."
gonna do it." I think
His entire
he
message
probably
is
will do
just
it.
get
Somebody
fucked
didn't
up.
end up putting
Yeah.
a bullet in his head first. I
Fucking
think he will
die
do
and
it, but
annihilate
that's
and
when he'll
fucking-
do it.
They quote you.
I'm gonna
As to whether Gigi
I'm
Allen
gonna get a Girl Scout's feet pregnant.
suicide plan or
That's what rock and roll is.
what the fuck remains to be seen? I mean, gone to the fucking hospital.
But as for the suicide thing, I was always told never talk about your plans, you know, because it'll be less likely that you'll do it. You know, never say I'm gonna quit smoking. You gotta quit smoking.
Fucking tell me that I'm crying wolf when I'm fucking dead. This fucking newspaper is full of fucking shit. Burn with it, baby. Boom, fuck. Why did I watch?
That's the irony, though. He would have 1 year. He would have lived 1 year, and then he would have been fucking famous, and then he'd been like,
Kill myself sooner?
well, who wants to fucking kill themselves now? I get like, got like a hot fuck. I got a fucking
I
got a
don't know.
girlfriend, man. I got money. I just bought a car. He'd probably spend most of his money on lawyers, like Tupac, though.
I think he would probably. Holy.
There it is. Yeah, that's a lady. Yep, he's got her by the hair. Check it out. Boom. End of show. That's called. See, Marina Abramovich or whatever, that fucking broad, sits on fucking. She ever heard her thing? She does this with Jay-Z and shit. She makes tons of money doing this bullshit. She'll sit in a chair, and then on the other chair, somebody will sit, and then they stare each other in the eyes. And that's supposed to have some kind of emotional resonance. This motherfucker, this is performance art. He just grabbed this chick by her hair and dragged her across the fucking... Until he got jumped by two dudes.
Well, it's like my soul is just it's just beyond this fucking universe. It's like it can't be.
I think that's the idea of a soul. I think we're all beyond the universe. Isn't that the idea of a soul? It's literally that. You just described everybody's soul.
I think that to take yourself out at your peak, if you can die at your peak, your strongest point.
Do you know
your soul will be
who
that much
Darby
stronger
Crash
in
is?
the next existence.
That shit's fucking funny, dude.
Well,
Darby
I-
Crash,
I
he had the
feel
exact
that,
same plan.
if
It was
that's
a
what he
5-year
wants to
plan to
do,
become a
it's
rock
his
star.
life, you know?
I hope that's weed.
And people are always saying, "Well, why don't you?"
And
start
he
talking about
and
it?"
the whole
But
plan fell into
if you
place.
know
And
Gigi
the
the
number
way
one
I
part,
do,
the end of the plan,
you
the last
can't
stage of the
talk
plan
Gigi
was he was
out
going to
of
kill
doing
himself. He
anything
was going
he
to
wants to
overdose
do.
on heroin.
So it doesn't really matter when
He
anybody
did everything
thinks, because
exactly
you
the
never
way he
really care
planned
what
it.
anyone thinks
And then he,
about
but
what he
except that
does.
he died
And,
the day
bottom
before
line
John
is,
Lennon
if
was
he
shot.
wants to do it, he's gonna do it.
So, like, he didn't get as much coverage as he was hoping for, I guess. Pat Smear is in the Jones. Pat Smear was also in Nirvana. 2 suicides. Sometimes I wonder, do you think Kurt Cobain hired him? Poor Pat Smear? He's like, I'm gonna kill myself. And then Pat Smear's like, why does every band I join have somebody kill themselves in it? I think Gigi Allen could only be more hardcore as if his tiny little dicklet was hard while he was performing. I bet you that's what I bet you if he had made it a couple more years, he'd have taken Viagra. Motherfucking fuck. The spinning circle of death we just got on the laptop. That's a good song, Bite It You Scum. This might have to end like a Gigi Allen show, like halfway through, and the cops shut it down. Wait, we could still do it. It's almost done. You can just watch the rest on your phone. Can you like blow that up at all and maybe pull the cord out? It's charged up enough, right? Mm-hmm. That's a pretty good show. People fucking always say like the Sex Pistols were the worst band, and then you watch footage of them and they fucking murder it. You just lick the floor. If you lick the floor within 5 seconds, you're okay. If you lick the floor 5 seconds after shitting on it, you should be good. Is that poop on his butt?
Yeah.
What's he fucking rubbing on his balls? Except for him being naked right now, this is a straightforward punk show. He's good. It's a good song too. Hey Merle. It's Merle the cockroach, ladies and gentlemen. That might be a... You think that's a cricket or a grasshopper, maybe? Where you going? Ah. Gigi Allen gave you an anxiety attack? Huh? Show's almost over, man. Don't worry. How come we don't have comics that get the cops called on them every time they go on stage?
That night, and the next morning, the murder junkies left New York to complete their U.S. tour.
Do you mind if I have another one? Just one more? Is that okay?
We eventually lost contact. I don't know if Gigi was born this way or if
I really
society
am trying to
created him,
quit smoking, and
but I
like
do know
when
that
I
the
do
murder
smoke, I
junkies
get like
and their
headaches
fans are
and
exceptional.
sick and stuff.
They represent a part of America that most people would rather not think about. An alienated, directionless minority that appears to have found its voice in a punk rocker with a death wish. The band made it as far as San Antonio, Texas, where 15 of Gigi's fans jumped him and broke his arm. He was taken into police custody.
See, this guy's saying like, why don't you like form a movement and make some political change? How can you fucking do that when your followers just fucking beat the shit out of you all the time? The fuck is this guy talking about?
This is Sprint with a collect long-distance call from...
Yeah, Todd, it's Gigi Allen.
Calling from a Michigan correctional facility. Please...
I think it was a real waste when Todd Phillips was promoting the Joker that people didn't talk about this fucking movie. I mean, I never hear him talking about this fucking movie. I think that's real fucking malpractice on the part of directors and critics our talk show hosts and critics for never mentioning this movie. Because there's like a A to B through line between this movie and Joker.
Girls look at men just like men look at women.
It's
They
just
have
so
to look
fucking
at
obvious
what you have.
that you just gotta be fucking stupid not to fucking talk about it. I'm all out of antiseptic.
Camera.
Thus concludes our Rifftrux of Rifftrux spelled Tracks, because we're gonna avoid copyright infringement that way. But of G.G. Allin, hated G.G. Allin and the Murder Junkies. Later, masturbators.